Sides was horrible. Stephanie White throws shades at Christy Sides' vows to do a better job with Clark and Fever. In a recent in-depth interview on the Coaching You podcast, new Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White outlined her vision for the team. And it's a stark contrast to the approach of her predecessor, Christy Sides. During her time with the Fever, Sides favored a methodical, half-court-oriented style of play. Her teams often struggled to find an up-tempo rhythm, instead grinding out possessions and relying on their size and physicality to wear down opponents. This conservative approach was at odds with the strengths of the Fever's young, dynamic roster, especially star rookie Caitlin Clark, whose ability to ignite the fast break was a key part of her historic collegiate career. In the Coaching You interview, White made it clear she plans to unleash the transition game and let her players play to their instincts. "One of the great things about Indiana is they love to play fast," White said. "I want to play with great pace. It's too hard in our league, and defenses are too good to allow them to get set, to allow them to be able to predetermine what you're going to do." Rather than shackling her players to a rigid system, White wants to empower them to make plays, not run plays. She'll provide structure through set plays and actions, but the emphasis will be on reading and reacting. "We want to have sets that give us certain spacing that we want, but the plays are to give you something to work with so that you can do you and you can be instinctual," White explained. This freedom-based approach is a far cry from Sides' more controlling style. Under Sides, the Fever often struggled to adapt when teams took away their preferred points of attack. Too often, the ball would stagnate as players waited for their turn in the scripted offense. White wants to avoid that trap, challenging her players to constantly seek the best matchups and make the right reads. "Whichever pass we make determines one of three actions that our players can reap from," she said, really giving them the freedom to play within a system, to get to the matchups, and really challenging them to find the matchups, the reads, the shots that we want. This emphasis on empowering players aligns with what coaching great Brendan Suhr observed about White's former team, the Connecticut Sun. As Suhr noted, the veteran-laden Sun squad wasn't very fast and didn't play very fast, a limitation White seems determined to avoid with the young, athletic Fever. For a young team, sometimes you need it really structured. Sometimes you need to know what's coming. Sometimes you need to know exactly who's going to get the ball and when, White said. But good defenses are going to take advantage of that right away, and you're going to be limited. Instead, White wants her team to play free, not get bogged down in the half court, but rather push the pace and make plays. She believes this approach will keep defenses off balance and maximize the Fever's dynamic talent. "The goal for us is to put them in positions to make plays and allow them to do what they do best," White said. It's a philosophy that should resonate with the Fever's fan base, who have eagerly awaited a new era of up-tempo, free-flowing basketball. After years of stagnation under Sides, White's vision represents a refreshing shift, one that could unlock the full potential of this talented young squad. Of course, translating that vision into on-court success is the next challenge. But with her track record of developing players and her clear, player-empowering philosophy, Stephanie White appears poised to breathe new life into the Indiana Fever.